Okay. Where's that last thing? We might as well go ahead and do this while we're here. Hey guys, it's your favorite character! Right?
Hooray, hey?
Everyone loves Tingle, right?
We have a $2 donation from Lench, thank you very much. So let me just add that to this. Plus 2. Our daily total so far is $282.03.
You know, I would probably leave Tingle to rot if he weren't required.
Yep.
I can't blame the townsfolk for locking him up.
Don't forget, folks, if we make it to $5,000 at least by the time Skyward Sword rolls around, our runner for the CDI games will attempt to play Zelda's Adventure. And I say attempt because apparently it's quite hard to emulate, but we'll give it our best shot. So give for a very worthy cause. I would be emulating the Tingle game.
And here's the Tingle tuner.
That's the 7,000 incentive, by the way.
Anyone ever used the Tingle tuner?
I think I used it once.
I don't think it's compatible with the Wii, though. And I forget what they did to change it in the HD remake for Wii U. Or
Well, they got rid of
upgrade, sorry.
They got rid of it entirely and replaced it with a bottle, I think, which you can use to send messages to the Miiverse.
Oh.
So you've got the pad right there. Put it there.
They're giving you something within the universe of the game rather than trying to break the fourth wall with it, so...
Yeah, but with the Tingle tuner you could find like hidden statues and whatnot for extra cash. It was cool.
Again, like I said, the only thing you really need cash for is one bottle from Beetle's shop and the Triforce charts, and rupee grinding is insanely easy in this game.
When you say you need, that's for, you know, mandatory stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, sure, there's other stuff to get, but that's the only... Actually, the bottle even is optional. It's only the Triforce charts that you need, and still, the rupee grinding is easy.
Apparently you can use it on the Wii, which makes sense because it's got GameCube controller ports.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if it supported the GBA connector. Explanation of how to do everything.
Could be worse.
How's that?
Let's have a look. That's an odd place to put the sail on. I usually have it on Z.
I just keep it on X. I usually keep the Wind Waker on Z.
Oh, okay.
I don't like using items with Z. I tend to keep that finger on the R button instead. I wasn't paying attention. I missed the rupees there.
Oh darn. What I usually have myself is the sail on Z. Then I believe on Y I have the grappling hook, and on X I have the Wind Waker. I shan't be popping down to the MCM Comic Con in London, mostly because money.
Yeah. I won't be because that's a long trip.
Don't forget you can jump spawn.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Having the sail on X makes it easy to do the trick to move faster.
Ah, yes. Yes, the Comic Con might be 10 quid to get in, but have you thought about the train ticket?
And then you'd go to Comic Con and you wouldn't be able to do anything because you wouldn't have any money to buy anything.
Taki says, can we be silent for a minute or so she can listen to the Dragonroost Cavern, or Dragonroost Island theme?
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not the Dragonroost theme right now anyway. Since we're doing the Wind Waker tutorial.
See, what I like about the tutorials in Wind Waker is they're like really short. He just literally says, do this, oh, by the way, there's this other thing you can do, but you know, you can try that out in your own time.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing quite well today, thank you. Oh, after the tutorial we can go silent. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very small thing to ask for one of our most generous contributors.
Yeah, of course.
A fitting instrument for a bitch. And now is when we mute our mics.
And time to get the first song.
And that will suffice in terms of silence.
The Wind's Requiem. I believe NBM pointed out in the Ocarina of Time 3D playthrough for the channel that a Requiem is like a song that would be played at a funeral. So,
Yeah, something along those lines, yeah.
I don't really get it. Also, suddenly Frog riding the Nimbus Cloud from Dragon Ball.
Now this guy's pretty chill. His brother's a bit of a dick.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to do something about him eventually.
Yep.
I think we'll have to wait before we mess with the cyclones, buddy. I don't really feel like getting randomly transported to certain parts of the sea.
Yep. Tom, what Zelda game would you recommend for someone who's brand new to the series? I say this all the time, but Link's Awakening for the classic, overhead style of games, or Ocarina of Time 3D, actually, for the 3D games.
I would say Wind Waker's a pretty good place to start as well.
I would agree, but if they decide to make the Wii U Zelda a bit harder overall, then playing a difficulty that's only really seen in Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword would be a bit jarring.
I guess.
Plus, Ocarina 3D is really good. I was gonna say, you're just leaving that there.
I kind of saw it as I was running away, yeah.
Wind Waker HD is going to have a hard mode. Huh, is that confirmed?
I haven't heard anything about this, really. Hey, look, it's Mr. Postman. Every time. That's more jarring than the pajamas is, really. The pajamas are.
You know what's funny about Hero Mode in Skyward Sword is it makes it so hearts don't appear, but you can get a heart medal which makes hearts appear.
Which means the only downside is that you take double damage, but you start Hero Mode with the fully upgraded Skyward Strike, which makes the first few areas really easy.
Yep. Oh, I know a trick using the Skyward Strike to skip a little bit of the path to the first dungeon. Gotta be really precise with it though.
Ah, okay.
Come inside, bitch.
Context, please.
I would classify Ocarina 3D as an upgraded port. Mexi calls it a remake, but he may have just self-typoed there.
Or it's just a general term.
Yeah. FDA's like, you'll get more if you watch the Zelda cartoon. Fucking Dr. Sue, a fitting instrument for a bitch. I like this run, apart from me being very mush-mouthed, it's pretty good so far.
Mushmouth is pretty normal for basically everyone here.
Yep. And by everyone here we mean Hellfire Comps, not the stream audience.
I think everyone has a bit of it anyway, but I think especially HFC has the problem. The only bits I've seen of the Zelda cartoon are the YouTube poops.
Well, excuse me, princess. We don't need to watch the CDI cutscenes, we played that shit. Squadala, we're off.
I'm waiting for someone to donate one of the links to be named that.
Yeah.
Are we doing that for tomorrow's game?
Tomorrow's game is. Let me look at the schedule. Tomorrow's game is the Minish Cap.
So that'd be up to Digi, I guess. He's playing Minish Cap and then Twilight Princess the next day, isn't he?
Uh huh.
Yeah, he's got 2 days in a row.
Well, neither game's particularly tricky, so.
No. In my experience, Twilight Princess isn't difficult, but it does take a while.
Yeah. You know why it takes a while?
Tutorial, plus there's 9 dungeons.
And the light bugs.
That's 20 minutes for each section. At tops.
Yeah.
The reason that the Ritos are descendants of the Zoras is that the Zoras can only live in, I think it's freshwater, and the ocean would be saltwater.
Yeah. Man, they must have evolved pretty quickly to not die off like that.
Well, they went to the top of the mountain and stayed there, as it explains later on.
True, true.
So we picked up the Postman's Bag, which, aside from a side quest, I think is mandatory twice.
Let's see.
Because you use it here, and then there's 1 point later on. Oh, this text changes for the pajamas. Of course, for the name as well.
You're a bitch, right?
Can you imagine Medley saying that?
No, because Zelda won't ever have voice acting.
True.
That's right, I went there.
I still say it doesn't really need it, but sure. I wouldn't mind if they had, I think you said this in one of the games the other day, have something like Midna where she makes kind of random sounds while she's talking through text.
Yeah.
Just do that and it's fine. Skyward Sword has that a little bit, but not quite as well executed, I suppose.
The Skyward Sword has more action-oriented cutscenes, so when Link does some moves, and then it has to stop for a text box to appear and scroll. It's really jarring.
Mm-hmm. And of course the points in the game where you can just, keep it on a certain text box and it's stuck that way. And you can have a point where Girahim is just laughing forever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, here's another one of the guys who's kind of pissy and hates everything but himself.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think he kind of doesn't like himself either. Whatever.
The Dragon Ball.
It is indeed a Dragon Ball.
Oh my god, it is! Sorry, I just realised what I was saying. Special delivery from bitch.
Wow, he wrote that letter pretty quick if we were included in the letter.
Yeah. All it says on the letter is, stop being like the delivery man.
So, basically, stop being a bitch.
Exactly. There's a lot of setup to get to the first dungeon, but after that you do that one and the one after it pretty quickly.
Yeah, the one thing I like about Wind Waker is you get to the next dungeon really quickly. Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword didn't really have that. You had to go through a little bit to get to the dungeon.
Like, I like optional side quest stuff in between dungeons. Like, from Majora's Mask, I opted to get all the masks. If I didn't, I could have just gone straight to the next dungeon. But there's a little bit in between. Especially in the case of Great Bay, which is the biggest offender of Majora's Mask. But otherwise, it's pretty smooth.
The Goddess Pearls do kind of look like big shiny pieces of bubblegum.
Do you know how to choose this section?
No.
You use the Wind Waker to change the direction of the wind, so it's always blowing towards the, yeah.
I didn't realize it was cheesing. I thought that was mandatory.
Tom and Spa, if you could live anywhere in the Zelda universe, where would you live?
I really only know areas from this Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, so...
Yeah, Windfall would be nice.
Windfall or Outset, one of the two. Really nice places.
Yeah, I would say Windfall just because it's a bit more populated.
Yeah, but Tom, I don't like people.
Outset it is then. You could live in the forest. Surrounded by bokoblins and whatever else is in there. What's your favourite incarnation of Link?
So far, this one. The one that isn't the hero of time, yeah.
Yeah. My favourite is probably Link to the Past, Oracles, and Link's Awakening Link.
I didn't know using the Wind Waker here was cheesing it because I was basically told to do this on my first run.
Okay.
So I always thought it was required.
If you don't like, you know, want to mess with timing, just do this.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice job. You made it.
I'm not looking after Prince Kamali. He's a douche. He's a princey douche.
Princey douche. Nicely phrased, Spar.
Okay, so I'll go tell everyone that you're climbing Dragonroost Cavern. That's what she wanted me to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the point is that she didn't want that, Tom.
Well, I'm sorry, Spar, but I'm just notifying people on Twitter that we're about to enter the first dungeon in Wind Waker, Dragonroost Cavern, twitch.tv/HalfireComs. It's send. What game series would you want to live in?
Kingdom Hearts.
Really?
Sure.
A world that's constantly under threat of total universal annihilation.
Sure.
Whatever,
The people
man,
in the
your
town,
fancy.
the people in the towns don't seem to care.
Good point. GTA. So real life, basically.
They had a segment on the new version of Whose Line Is It Anyway, where Wayne Brady basically reenacted GTA for one of the the news segment game or something.
Uh-huh.
And of course, the new host is Aisha Tyler, who did the Ubisoft conference for E3, and she said she had never played GTA before. And I'm sitting here like, you want us to think that you play video games, but you don't know anything about GTA. I'm just like, that doesn't work.